But for right now, let's get started in child's pose. We'll get moving and grooving tonight. So take the first few moments to get settled down into your mat. Let your fingertips press into the floor. Press your forehead down into your mat. And whatever you had going on before this class, just put that off to the side so you can focus on moving your body through space one pose at a time. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Fill yourself all the way up. And exhale everything out. Big breath. Fill up. Expand your chest, your whole upper back. And empty it out. Last one. Fill up all the way. Empty all the way. Start to build your Ujjayi breath. A long inhale with a pause at the top. Long exhale with a pause at the bottom. Really purposeful about it so that it can start to build heat and build a sense of flow from the inside out right from the beginning of your practice. Downward facing dog. Move your body around any way that you need to in your down dog. You can pedal out your feet, shake out your heads. Just take stock of where things are this afternoon. Yeah, keep building the breath moment by moment. Just start to get really aware of air moving into your body and then air moving back up and out. And walk your feet up to your hands, hang in ragdoll. Pull the pit of your belly way in and up and stretch your low back in the middle of your back up toward the ceiling. Make some space there. And press into your feet, rise all the way up to standing. Reach through your fingertips. Bring your thumbs to heart center. Choose your focus for your practice tonight. Pick one word, one phrase that you want to pay attention to. We'll send out all those intentions with 3 ohms. Deep breath in. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, long flat back. High push up and pause. Bring your right knee to your right elbow. Left knee to your left elbow. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Big exhale out. Yes, really purposeful. Breathe in. Clear it out. Last one. Exhale completely. Move forward, feet to hands. Halfway lifts. Fold down. Extended mountain. Rise up. Stretch the sides of your body. Forward fold. Halfway lifts. High plank. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Right knee to right elbow. Left knee to left elbow. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. And with those knee taps, you can bring your leg out to the side or bring it straight through and around your spine. So you choose what works best. Take one more breath in. Big exhale out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold down. Extended mountain. Rise up. Lift up through your chest. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank. Knee on the right. Knee on the left. Good. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Big breath in together. Empty it out. Fill up. Expand. And empty. Last one. Exhale completely. Step or jump to the head of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold down. Extended mountain. Rise up. Look up between your hands. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High push up. Knee on the right. Knee on the left. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths in. Big exhale. Yeah, get down into your fingertips. Breath in. empty out. Last one. Exhale completely. Look forward and move. Feet to hands. Halfway lifts. Fold down. Extended mountain. Rise up. Go up and go back on this one. Yes. Forward fold. Halfway lifts. High push up. Knee tap on the right. Knee tap on the left. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Empty it out. Yeah, you can sigh if you want. Breathe in and clear it. Last one. Exhale completely. Step or jump. Halfway lift. Bow down. One more sunny. Rise up to standing and stretch. Forward fold. Halfway lifts. High push-up. Set your eyes right on one spot. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push-up. Upward facing. Downward facing. Big breath in together. Soften your knees on your exhale. Yeah, get down into it. Breath in. Breath out. Last one. Exhale completely. Jump to the head of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold down. Chair pose and breathe. Get way back into your hips. Make your toes light and lifted. Yes, lift them up off of the floor. Big breath in. Twist right on your exhale. Inhale, open your arms. Stay for the breath out. Back up to chair pose. Breathe in. Twist left on your exhale. Open up. Breathe in. Stay for the breath out. Back up to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank. Knee tap on the right. Knee tap on the left. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. Step through. You've got one breath to reach up to the ceiling. Low push up. Hands to the floor. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side warrior one. Step into it. Lift and look up. Chaturanga. Hands to the mat. Inhale up. Exhale down. Take a breath in. Clear it out. Yes. Breathe in and empty. Last one. Exhale completely. Move forward. Halfway lift. Bow down. Chair pose. One breath this time. Reach. Twist right on your exhale. Open up. Breathe in. Stay for the breath out. Back up to chair. Reach. Twist left. Inhale, open. Stay for the twist. Back up to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High push up. Knee tap on the right. Knee tap on the left. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. Step into it. Press both of your feet way into the mat. Chaturanga. Hands to the floor. Inhale up. Exhale down. Left side. Step through. Warrior one. Stretch your arms up through your fingertips. Low push up. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Big breath in together. Exhale it out. Yeah, make the space. Breath in, breath out. Last one. Exhale. Move forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Big breath. Twist right. Inhale. Open your arms. Stay for the twist. Good. Back up to chair. Reach. Twist left. Open up. Stay for the exhale. Back up to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Straighten. High push up. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. Step into it. Take your gaze all the way up. Take it back. Low push up. Hands to the mat. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Step on through. Take your heart, your gaze all the way up and back. Low push up. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Empty it out. 2 more. Breathe in. Exhale. Last one. Empty completely. Step or jump. Halfway lifts. Bow down. Chair posted nice and deep. Twist right. Open your arms. Breathe in. Stay for the breath out. Back up to chair. Reach. Twist left. Open on the inhale. Stay for the exhale. Back up to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lifts. High push up. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. You got it. Step. Draw the breath in as you reach. Low push up. Hands to the floor. Inhale up. Exhale down. Left side, warrior one. Come nice and deep where your knee is right on top of your ankle. Chaturanga, hands to the mat. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Big breath in together. Let it go. 2 more. In and empty. Last one. Exhale completely. Spring forward. Halfway lift. Fold down. 1 more sun beat. Chair pose. Twist right. Inhale to open. Stay for the twist. Back up to chair. Twist left. Open on the inhale. Stay for the exhale. Back up to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High push up. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Knee tap. And knee tap, low push up, upward facing, downward facing. Big breath in together. Clear it out. Yeah, make space. Breath in, exhale. 1 more. Empty it out. Send your right leg straight up and back. Keep the breath flowing. Bend your knee and open your hip. Yeah, and you can stay right here, 3-legged, or you can flip your dog, go all the way over. So whichever one you choose, set your gaze right to one spot, the wall in front of you, the wall behind you, and open yourself up. Yeah, wheel pose if it's there for you. Cactus arm if that's there for you to make as much space as possible. Then flip back over side plank. Send your left arm up to the sky. Squeeze your inner thighs together a lot. And everybody flex your ankles and spread your toes. Yes, beautiful. If that top leg floats up to the sky, great. If it's touching the bottom ankle, great. Stay right there. Take that top arm over your top ear. Reach past the top edge of your mat, the front edge of your mat, and stretch. High to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Send your left leg straight up and back. Bend your knee, open your hip. Stay or flip your dog. Press down and open yourself up. Take as much space as you possibly can between your collarbones, all the way across the front of your chest. Beautiful. Flip back over, side plank. Start with the foundation and what's touching the ground. Your bottom hand, your knee, or the edge of your bottom foot, right down into the mat, and then start to integrate inner thighs together. Ankles are flexed and awake. Yes. And then if that top leg floats up, great. Spread your toes apart. Beautiful. Bring that top arm. I'm getting ahead of myself. Over your top ear and reach to the front of the room. Yes. Stretch it out. Then high to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Exhale it out. Yes. Breath in. Breath out. 1 more. Exhale completely. Right side crescent lunge. Step through. So you're up on the ball of that back foot. And come down nice and deep in your lunging leg. Like the more you get down into your legs, the muscle to bone connection in your legs, the more stable the foundation of the pose becomes. Yeah, hands up to the ceiling. We'll do some knee dips with the back leg. Doesn't have to touch the mat, but just bend and bring it down towards the mat for 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch up tall. Hands to heart center. Twist right. And bring the breath back into it because the breath got a little quiet. So each time the breath falls away, as soon as you notice it, bring the breath back in. Open your arms. Plug that front big toe mount straight down into the mat. Big inhale here. Stay for the whole exhale. Get it out. Warrior two, face the opposite wall. Come all the way up and around. Then take up a lot of space between your feet, front to back. Lots of space. You can come down low in your lunging leg and stay powerful in your back leg at the same time. Good. Extended side angle. Bring an elbow to your thigh or fingertips by your front arch. Yeah, block's a great tool. Ratana, you've got your weights. That's a good tool. Set your eyes to one spot. And stay or take a bind. Half bind with the top arm behind your back. Maybe the bottom arm underneath your thigh to meet it. Big, powerful breath to anchor your feet right down into this pose. One more breath. High to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side crescent lunge. Step through. Big step. So there's lots of space for you to settle both of your feet down into the floor. Then get all of your toes on your back foot straight down. Good. Stack the back heel right over the ball mount of your back foot. Yes. Now knee dips with the back leg. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch up, twist left. Big, powerful breath. And every time the pose loses the balance a little, gets a little wobbly, come right back to what's touching the floor. Each one of your toes and the center of that front heel straight down into the mat. Take one more breath here. Stay for the whole exhale. Get complete. Warrior two, face the other way. Right down into it. Get into a space in that front foot where you've got the heel anchored into the mat and your toes can be light. They don't need to grip. Yes. Extended side angle. When you bring the work into the back part of your front foot, right into the center of that heel, it takes some of the work out of the toes and brings it up into your leg. Take your bind, create the full version of the pose, however that needs to show up for you tonight. And eyes set to one spot. Big inhale. High to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Sigh it out. Yeah, clear the space. Breath in, breath out. Last one. Exhale completely. Step or jump to the head of your mat. Halfway lifts. Fold down. Chair pose and stay. Settle way back into your hips, almost like your tailbone is going to pull you straight back to the back edge of your mat. Yes, hands to heart center, twist right. Open your arms and dial up the breath. Yeah, and that bottom arm can be on the outside of your knee or between your knees. Sit lower in your hips. Higher through your chest, up and out. Beautiful. Stay right here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chair pose, forward fold. Take your first 2 fingers around your big toes and draw your heart down toward your shins. An active fold here. Elbows can come out to the side. Let your head hang down towards the floor so your neck can be long. Then release your grip. Take crow pose from the head of your mat. We're taking 2 crows tonight, so if you want to play around with side crow, you'll have time for the other side. But for regular crow, spread out your fingers super wide on your mat. Look right in front of your fingertips. Set your gaze at a place on the floor in front. And whether your feet come off the floor, stay on the floor is up to you, but gaze right ahead. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Beautiful. One more breath here. Step or jump back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take one breath in together. Big exhale out. Step or jump, feet to hands. Halfway lift. Bow down. Chair pose and stay. Bring the breath into this chair pose so it can help move the heat up and out of your legs and into the rest of your body. Hands to heart, twist left. Open your arms, spread your fingertips apart. Yes, and then you add on or take off the pieces as you need to so the whole body participates in this chair twist. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chair pose, forward fold. Gorilla, step on your palms. Bring your toes all the way up to your wrists. You bend your knees as much as you want to make that happen. Sometimes it feels good to bend your knees enough that you can lay your stomach on your thighs. Steady rhythmic breath. Let it come back into your practice, really purposeful. And release your hands. Second set of crow from the head of your mat. If you want to take this one upside down, you're more than welcome to do that. If you're working on crow pose, stay in the work of crow. Run the risk of letting your weight come into your hands, into your fingertips, and your feet get light. Even if they don't leave the floor, let your toes get light, and maybe you lift one foot an inch off the floor. Maybe the other foot follows, just an inch off the floor. Yes, one more breath here. Step or jump back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Full breath in together. Big exhale out. 2 more. Breath in. Empty. Last one. Exhale completely. Move forward. Halfway lift. Bow down. Rise up to standing. Eagle pose, right side. Right arm under, right leg over. Pick that drishti, that spot on the wall in front of you that's not moving to help keep balance. And then start to pull everything into center. Skin to muscle to bone, right into the center of your body. Good. Now add the breath. If you can't hear your neighbor breathing, or Ratana, if you can't hear Bert breathing, breathe louder so it starts to fill up the space. Keep your arms bound. Take airplane with your legs. Press your lifted foot straight to the back of the room. Straight to the back in a big, long line from the crown of your head to your foot, then full airplane. Reach your arms behind you. Stretch yourself out long. Beautiful. Pick up the pit of your belly. Lift that in and up. Yes, Maisie, just like that. Then open up to half moon. Left arm down, right arm straight up to the sky. Yeah, and the bottom hand can go on a block or the floor, whichever is the best fit for you. Spread your fingertips and your toes apart. Yes. One more breath here. Stretch. Feet to the mat. Rise up to standing. Eagle pose, left side. Left arm under. Left leg over. Wrap and sit down. With your eyes focused on that one point, great. Start to pull everything in towards center. Like you're squeezing out all of the extra space, and all you're left with is exactly where your body needs to be in this pose. Keep your arms bound, airplane with your legs. And it's the pit of the belly, the lowest part of your torso in and up, that creates the connection from upper and lower parts of your body. Full airplane, reach your arms back behind you. Beautiful transition. Keep that lifted foot wide awake and spread the toes. Yes. Then half moon, open up. Right hand down, left arm straight up. Set your eyes to one spot. Flex your lifted ankle a lot to help lift your leg. Good. One more breath. Both feet to the mat. Rise up to standing. Eagle pose, right side. Second set. Right arm under, right leg over. Focused and dialed in. You're just going one pose at a time, so your practice is super simple. Super focused and clear. Eyes set to one spot. Sit deeper in your hips. Yes. Keep your eyes focused. Warrior 3. Reach your arms to the front of the room. Press your lifted foot to the back of the room and stretch out. Fingertips to right foot. as long as you can possibly go. Standing splits. Bring your hands down to your standing ankle or to your mat. Float that top leg up to the ceiling. So you've got two options in the standing split. You can open up the hip and lift the leg up higher, or keep the hips square to the mat and stretch your hamstring out that way. So you choose. One more breath. So lift your heel up high. Forward fold, both feet down. Rise up to standing. Eagle pose, left side, second set. Left arm under, left leg over. Eyes to one spot. Let all the other stuff fall away. Just this one pose. And then when you found that comfortable spot in the eagle pose, sit a little bit lower than that. Get into muscle to bone connection. Yeah, there it is. Keep that muscle to bone connection. Warrior three. Arms to the front of the room. Lifted foot to the back of the room. Stretch out. Toes to fingertips. As much space as you can create. Then standing splits. Hands to the floor, your ankle. Top leg up to the sky. A couple of you are doing some handstand hops. Go ahead and do that on this side to even yourself out. Those of you in the split, press through that lifted foot. Regardless of how high it is up to the ceiling, just press. Yes, Kelly. One more breath. Feet to the floor, forward fold. Rise up to standing. Standing bow or dancer's pose, right side. If you're taking standing bow, soft crease of the elbow faces out so you can get that shoulder blade onto the back side of your body. Take your pose. Tip forward. Let this first one have the focus on your standing foot and your standing knee. Get the four corners of your standing foot straight down, and then a softness in your standing knee. Yes. That softness, yes, Claire, softness in the knee so muscles can do the work and the lift. Switch legs. Soft crease of the elbow faces out, or switch which foot the strap is on. Take your pose. Go for it. It's really one of those poses that takes a few breaths to really settle in and get to full expression. So take your time getting there, but be intentional about getting there. Softness in the standing knee. Plug the standing big toe mound into the mat. Good. One more breath. Right side, second set. If you want to switch to dancers and grab your strap, you're more than welcome to do that. Take your pose. Eyes set to one spot. If you're starting to get up into your head and like the thing's getting more complicated than it needs to be, or the breath is getting short, like that's the sign. Eyes on one spot, back to your breath. So the whole pose can happen. Switch sides. One more. Standing board dancers. Take your pose. Dialed in focus. So all the other stuff can move out of the way and it's simple and clear. The softness in the standing knee to get those four corners down into the mat on your standing foot. One more breath. Feet to the floor. Tree pose, right side. We'll take a bind on this tree pose. Cow face bind, top arm behind your back. Bottom arm underneath and meet your fingertips. And if your fingertips don't meet, you can just grab onto your shirt or a towel between your hands. Stand up nice and tall. Yeah, and then everyone pull your ribs back together. Yes, huge difference. Stay right here and breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, eyes on one spot, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Opposite arm on top. You might find that you've got more space and can actually grab your fingers on this side, or there's like a ton of space and you're going, what the heck? Why is this so different on this side? However much space you have, just work with that. Eyes set to one spot. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep breathing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both feet to the floor. Come up to the head of your mat if you're not there already. Extended mountain, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lifts. High push up and pause. Right knee, right elbow. Left knee, left elbow. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Clear it out. 2 more. Inhale. Empty. Last one. Get all the air out. Right side triangle. Step your right foot between your hands. You can have that bottom hand on the outside on a block or on a water bottle and send your left fingertips straight up to the sky. An equal and opposite forces working for you in triangle pose here. Really knit the front of your rib cage together and pull the front of your pelvis up towards your belly button. So there's this pulling in container in your torso, then expand out through your fingertips and your feet. So your body takes up more physical space the longer it's in triangle and stabilizes in the center. Press into your feet, rise all the way up to standing. Side facing wide leg fold. Turn both feet to face the long edge of your mat and hinge down. We'll do some ninja lunges tonight on this side. Bend your right knee, sink into your right hip. And over into the left knee, into the left hip. You choose the pace, move side to side, and you can customize it too. Your hands can be on the ground or they can be up at heart center. If you're getting pretty low in your hips, turn the foot on the extended leg up toward the ceiling to add a little bit more stretch to it. Yes, beautiful. Really purposeful and smooth as you go from side to side. One more time on both sides to get complete. And then you'll all meet up in center. Press into your feet, rise all the way up to standing. Namaste, front facing forward fold or split. So if you're taking the namaste fold, take a bind behind your back, either hand to elbow or reverse namaste, and hinge forward. Steady rhythmic breath. All right, everyone's in the reverse namaste. So get all of your weight equal in both of your feet. If it feels like the front leg's taking all the weight, press your back foot into the floor. Everyone soften your toes and lift them up off the mat. Yes. So the 4 corners of each foot can sink down instead of the toes doing the work. Stay right here. Lengthen out your spine. And take twisting triangle, ring out to the side of the room. Big fan of using a block in this pose. It just really gives you the extra space that you need to lengthen out and twist open. You can stay right here in twisting triangle or shift forward to twisting half moon and float your back leg straight up to the sky. Yes, eyes still on that one spot. Press your lifted hamstring up to the sky. One more breath here. High to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take one breath in. A clearing breath out. Left side triangle. Step through. Create that balanced action here. An integrated core, integrated center of your body, expansion and space through your hands and feet. All the way out through your legs and your arms. You might make the fine-tuning adjustments and shift your hips a little bit further back or reach your hand a little bit higher. Invite the space in. Press into your feet, rise up to standing. Side facing wide leg fold. You've got 2 options on this side. You can interlace your fingers at your low back or wide leg handstand hops. So if you're taking the hop, spread your fingertips out super wide and start to play with the weight coming into your palms, coming into your fingertips. It might be that your feet don't even come off the ground, and that's fine. You just play with the weight shifting into your hands to create that trust there. That trust in yourself so there's control. Yeah, Ratana, you got to keep looking in front of your fingertips and tip your weight forward into your palms. Yes. Got another breath or two to get complete. Then press into your feet, rise all the way up to standing. Namaste front facing with the bind. Hands behind your back. Hinge forward. Then a few of you can step your feet a little bit wider left to right, more like they're on train tracks rather than on a tightrope. Yeah, there you go. So you can square your hips and then hinge forward. Steady rhythmic breath. Got quiet. You notice, and then come right back to the Ujjayi breath. Soften the toes, let them float up. Yes, and press down through your big toe mounds, that first joint on your big toes, straight into the floor. Twisting triangle, open up. So the powerful foundation stays in your legs, stays in your feet, and now an opening through your chest and upper back. Now space for something new in your chest and your upper back. Twisting half moon. Back leg right up to the ceiling. Big breath, full extension. High to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in together. Clear it out. Good. 2 more. In and out. Last breath. Exhale completely. Roll out to a high plank. Shoulders right on top of your wrists. We'll do some mountain climbers before you make your way to the floor. So knees into your nose at your own pace. Go for the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way to the floor. Set up for Superman when you get there. Reach your arms out in front. Pull the pit of your belly way in and up. Lift up off of the mat. Get as long as you possibly can. Go for length rather than height. Belly in and up to spread out your low back. Big inhale. Lower down. Take your hips left and right. You can stick with your arms straight out in front or make the adjustment of cactus arms. So it's kind of halfway in between. You got the shoulder integration, but also the lift in the front. Rise up. Pull everything in and up toward the ceiling. Your inner thighs in and up toward the ceiling. Yes, good adjustments. 1 more breath. Lower down. Take it side to side. Floor bow, number 1 of 2. So if you want to take 1 ankle at a time, that's an option. Grab a hold of your ankles. Then march your inner thighs close together. Make them parallel. Rise up. Press your shins to the back of the room and your feet straight up to the ceiling. Let the legs drive the movement and the power of this big back bend. Wide open through the front of your chest for 1 more breath. Lower down. Side to side. Floor bow number 2. Grab your ankles or switch your leg. Up and away from the floor you go. Rise up. Legs doing most of the work. Chest and shoulders along for the ride. Now spread your toes apart. Wake them up. Yes, beautiful. 1 more inhale. Lower down. Take it side to side. Upward facing dog. Rise up off your mat. Downward facing dog. Look between your hands, jump through to sit. Come down onto your back for bridge pose. Bridge pose. If you like putting a block between your thighs for bridge, it's a great time to do that. Squeeze the block between your inner thighs. Press down, rise up. Lift your hips, lift your shoulders, then interlace your fingers at your low back so you can walk your shoulder heads underneath you. Yes, lots of open space. Take 1 more breath here. Lower down. Take your knees left and right. Second set of bridge. Press into your feet. Rise up. Hands bound at your low back. Integrate and press down into the floor. Now bring your right knee into your chest. Press your right foot up to the sky. Pulse your hips up to the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. I know. Press your foot down and lift up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot down, lower your hips. Knees side to side. All right, yogis, you are very ready for wheel pose right now. Tuck your fingertips under your shoulders, press down and rise up. So you can pause at the top of your head or go all the way up. That part's up to you. Eyes set to one physical point. Tuck your chin and lower down. Full breath in, full breath out. Number 2, press down, rise up. Wheel pose. You're ready. Your body's ready to come up and away from the mat. Tuck your chin, lower down. Breath in, breath out. Number 3, press down, rise up. Bridge your wheel, no hesitation. You just pick the pose and go. Beautiful. Come on down. Breath in together. Big exhale. Rise up, bridge your wheel. Just keep stepping back into the pose. What's available now? What space can I create now? Tuck your chin, lower down. Breath in. Big exhale. One more, bridge your wheel, pull in, press down and lift yourself up. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Yes, one more breath. Lower down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Press the soles of your feet together. Set your eyes on a fixed point straight above you. Let your whole back, the backside of your rib cage, settle down towards the floor. Then happy baby or dead bug. Soles of the feet up to the sky. So you can grab the outside edges of your feet or you can grab the backs of your thighs, whatever makes getting your back on the floor more accessible. Choose that one. Whole spine down on the mat. Then the legs straight up in the air. Hands underneath your glutes. We'll start with scissor legs. Lower your right leg halfway to the floor. Flex both of your ankles. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale and switch your legs. Good. Breathe in. Switch on the exhale. Yes. Breath in. Switch on the exhale. Keep going with your breath. Really specific about the switch being on the exhale so you can pull the pit of your belly down to the mat. Go for the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs straight up. Knees into your chest. Rock forward and back. Make your way up into boat pose. Boat pose with either a block or your hands right at heart center. Like a capital letter V. Lift up and out through your chest. Hands at heart center or block at heart center. We're going to row the boat. One side of them. Go for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, squeeze in, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees in, downward facing dog. Make your way there. Building that container, downward facing dog. Right side half pigeon, right knee to right wrist. If you prefer taking half pigeon on your back, reclined half pigeon, go ahead and do that. No pressure on your knees that way. And then get settled into it with your forehead either on the floor or maybe on a block. Give it a place to rest. Steady breath. And when your mind starts to creep in, it's like, cool, you're still now. I'm going to tell you 500 things. Stay right here, focused on your breath. Today could be a day where like one thing pops up, no big deal, and you get back to your breath right away. Or every other breath, you're like, shoot, I got distracted. Shoot, I got distracted. No big deal. Come right back to your breath. Doing that work is not the hard part. It's the committing to coming back part. That's the hard part. And the more you do that work, the easier it starts to get. The easier it is to detach and come right back to breath. You've got a few more breaths here in your half pigeon. You can stay where you are, take king pigeon, and reach for your back foot. Reach for your back foot or your back ankle. Either one of your hands is good. So whichever one feels more accessible, use that one. Steady rhythmic breath. Gently release your foot. Downward facing dog. Shake it out. Left side half pigeon. Left knee to left wrist. A place to rest for your forehead. So you don't need to hold up your whole head right on the end of your neck. And then more of your focus can be on your breath. Each time you come on your mat, you keep working at that practice of noticing, cool, got distracted, paid attention to the brain doing a thing. And you just come right back to what's here, what's right now. So there's no need to break yourself away from a thought or try and erase the thoughts or make the thoughts not happen. That's not the thing. That's going to happen. And then you choose to stay right here instead. Like the cars going by outside the studio, you don't care where all those people are going or how fast they're going or what car they're driving. Doesn't matter. But they're still going by and you're still right here. For the last few breaths, stay or king pigeon. Set your gaze on one spot. Downward facing dog, shake it out. Look between your hands, step or jump through to sit. Seated forward fold, both legs straight out in front. Start with your arms reaching up to the ceiling to really pull the sides of your body long and then hinge forward over your legs. Let your hands land wherever they're going to land, and that's perfectly fine. Point your toes up to the ceiling. Yes, nice and awake, as if there were a wall right in front of your feet and the four corners of each foot would touch that wall. Here for one more breath. Stay for the exhale and melt. Then reverse tabletop or reverse plank. Plant your palms behind your hips, fingertips face forward. Lift your hips, lift your chest all the way up to the ceiling. Yes, press your heels down into the mat. Each one of your fingertips, the edges of your thumbs, straight down into the mat. Big breath in, lower down. Fish pose. You can stick a block between your shoulder blades or tuck your hands underneath you. Either way, you've got time to get yourself situated. So if you've got the hands underneath you, just keep tucking them underneath you until the top of your head comes down toward the floor. Yeah, there you go, Zach. Lift your chest up to the ceiling. Eyes set to one spot. Keep them open. See what you see. Let the front of your chest open up. Point your toes to the front of the room. Yes. So your legs can be part of your fish pose. One more inhale here. Stay for the exhale. Make your way onto your back. Let's get upside down one last time. So any inversion that you want to take, one last final inversion, go ahead and take that. I'll cue you through shoulder stand. If you want to choose something else, you're more than welcome to. So for shoulder stand, start and plow. Legs back behind you so that you can really get your palms flat on your low back or maybe even the middle of your back to create a stable foundation. Good. From there, take your legs up to the sky. Okay, straight up at your feet, not side to side. And then shoulder stand, just keep working your elbows closer together behind you. So the elbows face the front of the room. Yes, good adjustments rather than elbows out to the corners of the rooms. Nice. Now squeeze your inner thighs together. Every inversion. Beautiful. So there's this in and up sensation from the base all the way up and out through your feet. Headstands. You've got a couple more breaths and then child's pose for reset. Shoulder stands, make your way back to plow. Keep your feet awake in your plow pose instead of them hanging off the ends of your feet. Awake feet, awake toes. And deaf yogi, bend your knees, hug them around the sides of your head. Slow and controlled, bring your spine down to the mat, bone by bone. Hug your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. Supine twist right. Take your knees over to the right, twist and look to the left. If that top knee is floating up in space, don't worry about that. Put more of your attention on your shoulders melting down into the floor. Supine twist the opposite way. This last final twist for everything to ring out, get clear. Supta Baddha Konasana. Press the soles of your feet together and let your bones settle down towards the floor. Shavasana. Let your legs go out long, arms go out wide. Take up some space here. And take a long breath in through your nose. Fill up, fill up, fill up. Exhale it out. Let your entire body rest easy on your mat. Deepen your breath. Bring some movement back into your hands and your feet. And plant your feet on the floor and rock onto your right side. With your eyes still closed, press down and rise up. Take a comfortable seat. Inhale, reach your hands overhead. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. We'll finish up practice together with 3 final ohms. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Thumb knuckles to forehead center. Thank you all so much coming into the studio, signing in online, making your practice happen today. Namaste. Good work.